Hi, Natalie, Heather. Got 4 more minutes, so we'll start the meeting in 4 minutes. Can you guys hear me? You can respond by unmuting yourselves in the lower left-hand corner. You can also chat in. If you don't want to talk, you can actually chat in, and then I'll read those chats as we go. We've got 4 more minutes, so wait to see if any more people are going to show up. Hi, Natalie. I'm Jenny.
I'm Natalie. I haven't figured out how to make sound work yet.
Your sound is working. Can you hear me? Computer sound.
Oh, sounds like I could hear something now.
There, can you hear?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's got to make sure your computer sound is on. During this, anytime you want to talk, this is not a lecture. This is more of a give and take kind of format. I'll be lecturing a little bit, but interrupt me anytime you have questions. There's a mute button in the lower left-hand corner. If it gets loud where you are, go ahead and mute yourself, but unmute yourself when you speak. And then you can chat in if you just want to type questions. Some people have noisy homes and just prefer to chat in questions, so you can do that as well. And those keys should be at the bottom of your screen. You move your mouse.
I think that was what happened, was that I had the mute on and didn't know it.
Yeah. So that's in the bottom left-hand corner, okay? You can turn your video on and off as needed if you need to. Sometimes when I'm in these meetings, because I go to these kind of meetings too, sometimes if I have to get up and do something, I'll turn off my video briefly, come back or whatever. So you can turn that on and off at will as well. So you have complete control on your end. And we're gonna start in 2 minutes. Be right back.
Cool.
Or you haven't unmuted the bottom of the screen. It'll be easier for you if you're able to computer in. Yeah, so click the link and make sure it's unmuted. Okay, bye-bye. Okay. Anita, hello. Okay, so I don't know, where I know you guys from. I have a lot of people on my mailing list, and I kind of keep in touch with you guys. And I study health, so a little bit about me. I've been studying health for a long time, and I'm in my mid-50s, and I've been doing doTERRA for 6 years. I've been in the organic industry for 30 years. Around organic things, and became very knowledgeable from doing that. And so what I want to discuss today is immunity, and I have a little slideshow I'm going to show you. So I have the ability to share my screen, and I'm going to do that now. And so see you guys a little tiny piece of the topic to kind of see you guys. So let me pull this up right now. There's too many things open. Give me a second to close it. Oh, don't. Why isn't it showing up? Second, I find it. Here it is. Okay, there we go. And I'll find you guys again. Okay. So I'm going to share this screen with you. And let's start at the beginning. So my goal today is to have you guys leave here with an understanding of immunity, how the immune system works a little bit, and some other alternatives. So I have a question for you guys before we start. What is your knowledge about essential oils specifically? Do you guys have a lot of knowledge about it?
My husband has a whole lot of knowledge about it.
Okay, and you're kind of new to it? Okay,
Yep.
People on these meetings, they may already be doTERRA members, or they're thinking about maybe becoming a member. They do comparisons between different companies, and they certainly want to learn more about this. Right? So let me start out here. Essential oils made easy. That's the class we're going to do, and we're going to have a little bit of a I kind of changed it around again recently just because of the issues that are going on and made it a little bit more focused towards immunity because that's where we're at right now. We want to strengthen our immunity, and we know essential oils are very good at strengthening our immunity. We're not going to say they're a cure for anything. They certainly aren't. The body has to do a lot, but essential oils can give your body a lot of much needed help, and that's what we're trying to educate people with. And I share because I want people to be healthy. I mean, it just makes sense. Wouldn't you like a world where everybody was pretty much healthy around you? It's hard. People are struggling, people have problems, and they don't know what the solutions are. They haven't learned what those solutions are. And at some point, none of us knew. I mean, I didn't know when I was little either. I just happened to grow up in a more natural home where we did everything naturally. And so when I found essential oils, it kind of just made sense for me to give that a try, and it's worked really well for me. Why I'm sharing it with you guys. So the goal of this event today is to teach you 3 things about essential oils, 3 ways to use essential oils, and 3 ways to get them into your home. That's what we're going to do. Start with a hand cleanser. We do not think this is a hand sanitizer because it does not contain alcohol, and the government will not let us say it's a hand sanitizer. It does have an alcohol-based hand sanitizer here called On Guard, and that's what we're using right now. We're using this as our hand sanitizer everywhere, wherever I'm going right now to help protect myself. And then I'm also trying to keep my home clean because I'm not the only one in my home, and other people also have to go out into public and make them home. And so I'm trying to protect everybody in the home. So we've made some hand cleaners. This one that we think is really good. There's a lot out there. You can do this if you put in the rubbing alcohol. That's best because that gives you the hand sanitizer portion of it. Although On Guard is also a really good way to clean your hands specifically and surfaces. And then the vitamin E is really there more of as a preservative and to help moisturize your hands, as well as the aloe vera gel. People seem to think that aloe vera gel is really a sanitizer. And when you saw these recipes come out and you did like I did, you went to the store and you said, so where's the aloe vera gel? And they said, oh, I'm sorry, we're out. Because it was out everywhere, right? Because everybody knew this recipe. The aloe vera gel is not important for the immune benefits or the virus benefits at all. It is simply there to moisten your hands. So there's 2 ways you can do it. You can make your hand sanitizers with your alcohol like you're supposed to, and then at night before bed, put on your lotion, guys. That's all you got to do. Don't have to put aloe vera gel in there. In fact, my mom did this recipe like this, and she like a couple weeks ago, and she put this on the window of the plane, and it left little tiny gel balls on the windows. So maybe it's not such a great idea to have all that aloe vera gel in here. But I want to make sure you can see the recipes. Everybody can see this recipe, correct? You all see this recipe?
Yes.
On the screen? Okay. If anybody don't copy down. If anybody needs anything from this, just let me know. I do plan on hopefully posting this when we're done. So has some solutions for keeping your system healthy, making everything optimal, efficiency, helping solve little problems that we struggle with in our daily lives. And so they did create this nice little healthy start kit. A lot of people who start with doTERRA will start with that kit. But that's enough about the kits. Let's talk a little bit more about essential oils and what they can do for you. That's what we really want to know. So let's make it simple. Essential oils are safe. And one of the things we like about them is because they are completely metabolized from the human body in about 2 hours, it makes them really safe. Because you can't like overdose on them. You'd have to drink bottles and bottles of this stuff to actually have a serious issue, right? So that's why we don't see a buildup, accumulation of essential oils in the human body because they do metabolize very quickly. The downside of that is if you're using something for a particular issue and the issue still exists, you have to reapply. And we're talking probably every 2 hours or so, you're going to have to reapply an oil, right? So that's the downside of that. These are extracts from plants. They have, plants have amazing health benefits. In fact, if you injure a plant, it will produce more essential oil because it's trying to protect itself. No additives in doTERRA oils. That's one of the things we like about doTERRA. They have been developed more in medical realms. They were designed to solve medical issues and to help people with problems because of that, they have made them very, very pure. They're hoping to, you'll get studies out there and do the research so that we can create a industry at this point. We are certified pure therapeutic grade. That is something that did to designate their oils as being a purest oil out there. They are also very effective. They're effective, more effective than modern approaches you might see at the doctors. They're great for a lot of things. If you have an acute problem, definitely the doctor is wonderful. Doctors fail a little bit when it has to do with inside the cell because medicines traditionally get inside the cell wall. Essential oils do cross the cell wall. And so that's what we really love about the oils, that they can get in there and do their work within the cells of the body, the cellular level. I don't know who has their, if you guys can mute yourself, if you've got kids and stuff in the background, it'll make it easier for us to hear. Right now, I'm getting a lot of feedback here. And you can unmute yourself if you want to talk, because I do want to hear from you. So feel free to unmute yourself if you do need to say something, okay? Because I do want to answer questions. I do want you to be able to talk. One of the other things we like about essential oils is that they're affordable. They're more affordable than medical care. They are pennies per dose, which is really nice. And you can save hundreds of dollars. And then from a mom's perspective, one of the other things I like is not only are we saving money, but we're saving time. And for me, that's more of a benefit. I had 4 young kids at a time. And, you know, with 4 young kids, it was hard because if I had to go to the doctor for something, you know, if my kids had an ear issue, I would go to the doctor. And a lot of these things are not emergencies, and they can be solved at home if you have the right tools, if you know what to do. So we spend a lot of time educating ourselves and others on how to use oils for some of those little common things that we have time to deal with. You know, if somebody burns their finger, if somebody, you know, is having ear issues, if somebody has a tummy ache or their throat hurts, you know, things like that, we can often solve them when they're just starting and thereby avoiding that whole doctor trip, right? So we want to be able to do that. So I want to go forward and talk about how easy essential oils are in these 3 ways: safe, effective, and affordable. Now, sorry, I'm looking for one of my slides. Okay, so now one of the things we want to talk about is how do you use oils? So everybody asks, how do you use oils? We all know about using oils for aromatherapy. So everybody here, I imagine, if I asked you guys, that you would say, yes, you've heard about aromatherapy. You've heard about putting things in a diffuser and the smell gets into the room and that's all wonderful and it smells great. And so we're talking more about the therapeutic benefits of that happening. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm lecturing you. So if at any time you want to chat in a question or talk, please unmute yourself or chat in so that I can answer questions as we go, okay? So some of the ways we use the oils aromatically, we'll put them in a diffuser. That's one of the main ways. Or you can put them on a piece of unfinished wood even. You can put it on some diffuser necklaces. Certain types of fibers are really good for diffusing oils. Terracotta, really good for helping oils to diffuse slowly into your environment. So when we diffuse oils, we diffuse them or we can inhale them. Some I do right out of the bottle. Like I've got one here called Breathe. And it's kind of like what it sounds, right? Breathe, help me breathe. And right out of the bottle, it can do its work. And we have olfactory senses, interestingly enough, all over our body. So we've discovered that those sensors in the body that create responses to smells aren't just in your nose. They're in the kidneys, gastrointestinal tract, your muscles, your heart, pancreas, liver, lungs, and skin. So that sense of smell can be, you know, plays a much more important role in our well-being than we had originally thought. And inhaling essential oils is one of the best ways we've found to enjoy those benefits. We can also use essential oils topically. So when you use essential oils topically, you apply them generally with a carrier oil. You've heard probably some people say, hey, I had an allergic reaction to an oil. You don't really have allergic reactions to oil because allergic reaction means an antihistamine response, and that's to a protein. Essential oils are pure natural chemicals. There's no vitamins, there's no calories, no other ingredients. It's just pure natural chemicals. So when you have a problem, it's because you put it on too strong. So with doTERRA oils, if you put certain oils that we call them hot oils, if you put them on directly under your skin, they will hurt. And they may even cause bumps on your skin. So we always recommend that you put on your oils with a carrier oil. So we usually dilute with fractionated coconut oil because that's in its liquid form. That's one of the best oils we have. But you can also use other oils. So you don't have to use that particular oil. You can use almond oil. Sometimes on my face, I use jojoba oil or even avocado oil. So there's all different kinds of oils you can use. All of those are considered carrier oils because they have the fatty acids in them. And that's what helps with the essential oils to kind of tame them down if they're too strong. Because doTERRA's oils are very strong. And if you've used another brand's oils, you'll see differences. So whereas you might be able to take like now oil that you get at the store and put that directly on your skin, let's say lavender, and not have an issue, if you do the same thing with doTERRA, you're very likely to have an issue because it is very strong. It's a very potent oil. And then here's a secret a lot of people don't realize. When you put an oil on your skin, there are some numbers I want you to think about. When you put it on without any carrier oil, 4% of it gets in your body. The rest of it is wasted. When you use it in a carrier oil, 10% gets absorbed and the rest would flash off into the air, wasting it. And if you put it on your body in a carrier oil and then you cover it up to 75% gets absorbed. And that would probably be a function of what you cover it with. If you cover it with plastic and it's impermeable, then most of your oil is getting pushed into your body, most of it. If you put it on something more breathable, then of course some is going to escape. So that's where you get that number from. So how you use essential oils is very important. And when we're using them for issues like with young children, we want to make sure we're getting the absorption that we're looking for the oil. Now, something very unique to doTERRA is that their essential oils, a lot of them can be used internally because they are so pure. They have been tested. They have supplemental facts on them. So they've gone through all the testing to make sure, you grab one that's an internal use oil, like our lavender, it tells you the serving size, it tells you how to use it. Generally it says 1 drop let's say 1 drop every 4 ounces of water. So you can put it in liquids. Some people put them in a teaspoon of honey is another way we like to take our oils internally. Obviously, veggie caps, another way that we use our oils if we're taking some oils that we either don't like the taste of or they're hot oils that we put in veggie caps. And some of the oils you can put under your tongue. I will tell you, doTERRA is super strong. There are most of their oils you do not want to put directly under your tongue. It will hurt because they are so strong. And maybe you've done it with other brands, but be careful if you're using doTERRA. And remember, most essential oils out there are not for internal use. Most companies' essential oils, they are not made in a way that they are safe to ingest. So make sure it says it on the label that it's ingestible. If you are in Canada and you get doTERRA oils, some of them might say they're not ingestible, even though they are ingestible. Always go to the US warehouse to get the information on whether that's ingestible or not, because Health Canada has specific rules for things that enter Canada, whether they can say they're ingestible or not. So there's still some that are kind of they're not quite been approved yet. But if you look at the US warehouse, it'll tell you if it's ingestible or not. And then there are some oils that are just not ingestible, like the Breathe. That's not one we ingest because some of the oils in there are not meant to be consumed in any manner whatsoever. Okay, so again, these are easy ways to use them: aromatically, topically, internally. A lot of times we pick the thing where the mode of application by the kind of oil or the result that we're looking for. There are some oils that when you use them aromatically, it has one result. If you use it topically, it has a totally different result. And then internally, it might be something different. Let's use lavender for an example. Aromatically, lavender is usually used for calming, used for stress, things like that. Topically, it can be used for bug bites, scratches. It helps your body to heal skin faster. We use it for a lot of skin things. It's really good for itching. So if you have like some temporary itching, you know, sometimes like I play along the stinging nettle in our yard, and it'll get to me, and it stings me a little bit, right? And it itches, and then I'll put the lavender on to calm that down. And then you can use it internally, and lavender internally a lot of times is used to boost your immune system. So those are different uses for the same oil, and depending how you use it is how it's going to affect you. Some of the other oils that we have, I want to show you, is On Guard. Now this is one that's really popular right now, and the reason it's popular is this for us is, and I have to be very careful because I don't want to step on the toes of anybody. I don't want to upset the FDA. We do have to be careful about what we say. We do not make promises. I'm not a doctor, but there is some information I do want you to have. So you know, those of us who are in doTERRA and have been in for a long time realize that On Guard is it's a very effective way to keep our health up. We know it's a very powerful oil. We know that it also permeates that cell membrane to help our bodies. And we know that it's really good for our immune system. We use it for cleaning our hands. We use it for cleaning our homes. It's a really strong, powerful oil. And when last month, or I guess this month still, a few weeks ago, doTERRA ran out of everything On Guard except for the oil. You know, they ran out of the hand sanitizer spray. Of course, we all know why, right? And then they ran out of the beadlets. They ran out of the soft gels, and they're replacing them as fast as possible. They did not run out of the oil, thank goodness. So we were able to get our oils, and you know, a lot of us have stocked up on that. Sorry. Okay. So that's the On Guard, one of our powerhouse oils. We also have our peppermint oil, very strong peppermint. It's 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs, oils in general. You know, the oils, when we take them from the plants, they are 50 to 70 times more powerful from the source they came from. So like when you take peppermint oil, a drop of peppermint oil is like 28 cups of peppermint tea in its beneficial nutrients, which is the natural chemicals that are in it. No side effects, you know, no addictions. We get them from wonderful plants. It's energizing. It promotes clear breathing. So a lot of us right now are, you know, we want to be able to breathe well this time of year. We want to keep our airways open. It's very cooling. So if you're ever overheated, if you work out and you get overheated, just put a little bit of peppermint on and it will cool you down. And we do use it a lot for head tension. That's a very common use of peppermint oil, sometimes in conjunction with lavender oil. Together, those are a good powerhouse for head tension. I mentioned lavender before, and lavender, you know, absolutely wonderful oil. And again, you're talking about pennies per dose. And usually you just need a drop. You don't need, if you are tempted to take pure oils like this, and you know, with now in Oricacea and store brands, maybe Sage or something like that in Canada, those oils aren't as strong. And so you may need more of them. But when you're using doTERRA, just use a drop first. Try a drop first, because that might be all you need. So don't overuse the oils. We don't want to see anybody wasting money and using oils incorrectly. Some of the other great oils we have, and I want you guys to ask questions. Feel free to jump in anytime you have a question. Ask me any questions about any of these oils, and I can give you more details on them. And then when we're done, if any of you guys are not members and you want to just learn more about oils, because I'm not pushing membership or anything like that, if you just want to learn more about oils, let me know and I'll send you over some resources. I have ebooks. I've got a 150 uses pamphlet that I created. We've also got an app that you can use. You can look up oils, find out what to use for different issues in the human body. So I would love to share those with you, and those are free. All those resources are free because I just want to teach. So leave lemon. Lemon oil is, you know, cleanser. When it says cleanser for the body, is more talking about internal. So a lot of people use lemon essential oil in their water, and they drink it, and that helps clean the intestines. And when your body is cleaned like that from the inside, and it's dissolving a lot of that grease that's inside our bodies, and helping our intestines function better, that helps us to shed weight. So we use it for that. And then one of the primary ways that I personally use lemon is to clean my house. Everything gets cleaned with lemon. My keyboard, my mouse, my desktop, my phone, you know, my bathrooms, my kitchens, my floors, my furniture, windows and mirrors. Oh my gosh, lemon oil is great. It dissolves the grease. It'll take, you know, you get those stickers on the bottom of things when you buy them, and you take off the sticker and it leaves a sticky residue. Lemon oil takes it right off. If you get gum in your hair, lemon oil will just dissolve that gum. It's just absolutely amazing how strong this lemon is. So great for cleaning. Absolutely phenomenal. It'll save you so much money, because these bottles, and they run $11 US. And when you use it, you're spending about less than $1. You use about 30 drops in a 16-ounce spray bottle when you clean your home. And so it's costing you less than $1 for 16 ounces. And that's cheaper than any product you can get at the store. So in my house, I have lemon oil for cleaning. I use On Guard and tea tree oil for cleaning. It does more for, you know, places that are more bacterial ridden. I'll use those. And I use vinegar occasionally, and use baking soda for grit, and that's it. So I don't need all those chemicals. I don't need all those cleaners, all those things that, you know, mess up our systems and cause problems. I don't use any of those things. Instead, I just use the nice pure lemon oil because it is so strong. Frankincense, another one of our powerhouse oils that is an anti-aging oil. I'm using it right now on my face. It really helps even out your complexion, which is really nice. It is in general an anti-aging oil, and it is really working at very well at a cellular level, which is really wonderful if you're having any cellular damage. A lot of studies have been done with frankincense and has done really well in a lot of studies. I'm not allowed to talk about them here, but if you do look up online and you look up frankincense essential oil and see some of the studies and things it's been used for medically, it's just absolutely amazing. It is one of our calming oils, so some people use it for that purpose as well. We have Digestin. This is called Zengest in Canada, and it's Digestin. It is something that we use for upset stomachs, for motion sickness. You can use it for temporary nausea. You can use it at meals for improved digestion. And I have personally used this like on Thanksgiving Day when you eat too much. Works great for that. I've used it on my dogs. We use it on their tummies when they have problems. And this is something that's very commonly used on very young babies when they have stomach issues. You put it in a carrier oil and you rub it on their tummy. It's absolutely wonderful. We have Deep Blue, soothes those achy muscles and joints, also eases head tension because it's got that menthol in it, which it's kind of like a temporary analgesic. It's kind of numbing a little bit, which is nice when you're trying to solve some issues. I tend to use it a lot. I've got a knee that gives me a lot of problems. It's achy a lot. And so when it starts to ache, I just put the Deep Blue on it. And it works absolutely wonderful in the carrier oil, not by itself. Then Breathe, called Easy Air in Canada. So I do both Canada and US. I have people in both places. That's why I keep mentioning both. So I have a team in both places, a very large team in both places. So Breathe is called Easy Air in Canada. And that is an oil, it's meant to open up the airways. So you can get, it's for clear breathing. So anytime you're having any problem breathing, and that might be because you're coming down with something, or you have allergies, or you're in an area that's just smoky. I mean, anytime you're having trouble breathing, this is the oil you want to use. It can be used directly out of the bottle by just smelling it. You can put a drop on your hand. So when you put a drop on your hand like this, it breaks apart the molecules a little bit, and you'll get a more of a power punch. You rub your hands together, the friction, and then you inhale it. Put it over your nose. Inhale. Usually when I'm done inhaling, I put it on the back of the neck because it's just soothing. It feels good, and it smells delicious. This is absolutely wonderful. And so I like that so much better than vapor rub because it is a more, it's a natural choice. Some of our new power ones that we just came out with last year are Adaptive. That is used a lot for people who are having trouble calming down. People are using it to help them sleep. It is very calming, and there's a lot of research backing this particular blend. So if you want more information about that specifically, please give me a call. We have a ton of information about it, but that's one of our new essential oil blends that a lot of people are really liking, as well as our copaiba. This is probably my favorite for what it does. We basically call it medical marijuana because it activates the same receptor in the brain as CBD oil does. So it does the same things that CBD oil does, and it can't have THC in it because it doesn't even come from the marijuana plant. It comes from the copaiba plant. So this is a very good oil for supporting your body when your body is achy, if you have temporary joint issues, head tension, and it seems to be really good for stress as well. We've also found that copaiba, when used with other oils, tends to intensify the effect of those other oils. So we're really enjoying that. One of the, I'm going to stop right here because I want to make sure that you guys are getting your questions answered before I go on. We're almost done here, and I want to make sure that your questions are answered. So does anybody have any questions they'd like to ask me? So I want you to feel free to speak up. I feel like I'm doing all the talking. It's so weird. I don't want to do all the talking. I can't tell if anybody's chatted in because I've got screen share on my desk. Okay, you guys are still there, right?
Hello?
Yes, are you there?
Yes, I have a question actually. I'm wondering, is this one you're mentioning here now, is this good for sleeping, to help with sleeping?
Which one?
I'm not sure now how you pronounce it.
Copaiba?
Say that again?
The copaiba. It's copaiba or copaiba. It comes from Brazil. So
Copaiba.
it's pronounced like it would be in Spanish. Copaiba is its correct pronunciation.
Copaiba.
But
Okay, yes, that one.
yeah, it depends why you're having trouble sleeping. So, when you're using an oil, each oil is very unique. And if you know why you're having a problem, you can solve that problem with an oil. So copaiba is usually for people who are, kind of high stress people. They're having trouble calming down, or they're having a lot of aches that keep them awake at night. A better choice for people who just have trouble with their kind of like their brain shutting down at night would be something like wild orange, or the lemon tea, which helps calm. So it depends what the cause of the issue is.
I guess, did you say wild orange?
Wild orange, yeah. A lot of
Okay.
people really like that one, and that's one of the cheaper oils too, which is nice. Very inexpensive oil, very pleasant smelling because it does smell like, it smells like oranges. See, it smells like that. Great. But it smells like a really strong orange. It's a really nice smell.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hello?
Find oils for a particular purpose. You want to always know what oil you're looking for. You want to kind of narrow down exactly why you're having trouble. So this is something, when you sign up for doTERRA, no matter who you sign up with, that person is your person. You should be able to reach out to them. And like if you were on my team and you call me up and say, hey Jenny, I'm having this trouble. This is why I'm having trouble sleeping, and then I can guide you and show you what the symptoms are, and then I can also figure out what are the oils you should first, because we don't want to try too many oils till we find our answer, but we may have to go through a few. Like I went through the basics for my sleep issue. I have trouble falling asleep. Once I'm asleep, I'm fine. But getting asleep. So for me, I tried lavender first because that's the go-to. Most people try lavender first. Then I was told, well, why don't you try Serenity? So I tried that. That didn't work either. And I think it's just, I don't really like the smell of lavender. So I know that's kind of weird. A lot of people don't really like it. So I'm not surprised this didn't work. And then I went through the route trying to figure out, well, why can't I fall asleep? And for me, it's my brain is go, go, go. It just won't stop. And so I tried wild orange, and wild orange worked for me. And I added vetiver to it, some a little bit kind of ABV and high strung. So those work better for me than the traditional lavender and serenity that works for most people, just because of the way I am. And that's what we want to figure out. What do you personally need? We are all going to respond differently to it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Hi, I have a question about lemon oil.
Uh-huh.
Is it replacing vitamin C? Like if you take it under the tongue?
Okay.
Like, do you take it as a vitamin C? Like, does
No,
it have that
lemon
property?
oil does not have any vitamins in it. Essential oils do not contain vitamins. They do not contain calories. They are pure natural chemicals. So it has no vitamin C in it. Vitamin C is from the lemon itself, if you're going to get it from.
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
Thanks.
so
Yeah.
these are a totally different purpose. It does boost the immune system. So lemon, lavender, peppermint are all very good immune boosting oils. Together, they're absolutely wonderful. But if you're looking specifically for vitamin C, vitamin C. And hopefully you're all getting that, right? Everybody's getting their vitamin C right now, right? You're eating your oranges?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, yes.
Okay, everybody eat your oranges. Okay? We already been eating oranges all day. Our tree's been producing them like crazy. So, okay. So I'm going to move on to another part of kind of what doTERRA does. So, everybody knows about doTERRA's oils probably at this point. You guys clean this. And doTERRA also has a whole entire line of supplements as well. And everything that doTERRA does, they work really hard to make it absolutely wonderful. They want to perfect it. They want to make it work for our bodies. They don't want to just throw things out on the market because they can make money. That's not their goal. Their goal isn't to make money. Their goal is to get money. With that goal in mind, they came out with this lifelong vitality pack 11 years ago. And you can see it up on the screen right now. I'll read it in case some of you guys are on phones and can't see it, or on phones and can't read it because the phone is a really small screen, right? So we have the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and this is a pack of not just vitamins, but everything you need to help your body. And one of the things we've realized in this day and age, and it may not have been true 50 years ago even, but we are not getting the nutrients we need anymore. We are lacking in nutrients, which is kind of weird because we get foods from everywhere, right? We're getting foods from every country, and you wonder how can we be missing all these nutrients? Yet we are. We're missing a lot of nutrients. And a lot of it is just because of our diets. If you think about what you eat, and each of you, as you think about what you eat, we eat the same kinds of foods over and over again. And we're just creatures of habit like that. We don't have a very varied diet, right? And so we might be missing some optimal nutrients. One of the things that I realized personally was I was missing nutrients, and I have been eating organic foods for about 30 years, and almost exclusively organic. I don't eat out, eat very healthy, but I still had medical issues that I was dealing with. And I was tired all the time. And I was like, how can this be? I'm doing everything right. I'm exercising, doing all the right things. And then I started taking this Lifelong Vitality pack. And after 30 days of that pack, I was feeling good. And I don't know why. I can't tell you what it was that did it for me, because I took the whole pack together. So I don't know what it was, but I'll tell you a little bit about each of the vitamins. The VMG is your basic vitamin blend. Those are vitamins that are traditionally missing in the North American diet. Okay, so those are the things they concentrate on there, including vitamin C, because we all need to make sure we get our vitamin C each and every day, and not every day are we going to eat an orange, right? They have the omegas, and that's omega-3s. There's a little bit of vitamin D in it as well. And that's because most of us are really low on omega-3s. That's a very common thing to be deficient. Because we get so many omega-6s in a lot of our foods, but we don't get the 3s. So that care of that one. And then the Alpha CRS is actually a cellular blend. It's designed to help our cells at, again, that cellular level. Because that's where everything starts, is at the cellular level. And if our cells can be in optimum operating condition, then our bodies will do better. And I think you can see, I don't know if you see me online all the time, but I'm doing these things every day because I have energy now. I'm not tired anymore. I can think clearly now. So my life has really changed from taking that. And then something that doTERRA does that I think is really awesome, if you buy that pack and you use it for 30 days and you don't think it worked for you, you get to return the empty bottles for a refund, because they believe so strongly in this product. So something to think about. Now, one of the things we like about doTERRA is because we know what it is. I trust the company, I've researched them, I've used them. I have a whole entire team that I talk to regularly who all use them, and they all swear by it. And one of the things we realized is, like last year, the FDA found over 560 supplements that were considered tainted. And what's even scarier than that is that many of those ingredients that were in there were not on the product label. And that is a really big problem. And we keep having that problem with vitamins, with nutrients. And it's unfortunate because people are taking these things to feel better. A lot of them, when you try, when you start a supplement, make sure that you kind of track how you feel. Work for you, you should know. And if it doesn't work for you, you should know. And if you are unsure, then go off of it and then go back on it and try it again. So you are sure. You want to make sure that it's working for you.
Yeah, ma'am.
Make sure they're working. Okay, now for you guys over here, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to think really carefully about your top health concerns. Think of your top 3 health concerns. And if you have the ability to write it down so you know what they are. And then we're going to talk about those really quickly. So you guys should be thinking right now. People sharing any of their health concerns with us, and we'll show you the process by which we analyze the health concern and then find solutions. Any volunteers? Unmute yourself if you want to talk. Lower left-hand button for most of you, I think, if you want to hit the unmute button. It should be a picture of a microphone with a little red line through it. If you click it, you'll unmute yourself. Anyone? Nobody wants to talk. I'm very disappointed in you guys. Come on. Okay, then I am going to go ahead and talk this make up a health concern. So one of the things that a lot of people deal with regularly is head tension. And I think most women experience head tension at some point in their life, sometimes to a very debilitating degree, and sometimes just, here and there. So one of the things we like to do is look up our issues. And with doTERRA, we're able to do that. There's something called the Droply app. And everybody on my team, I send this app to. And the reason I send them this app is because you can look up any problem that you're having. See that list there? This is just some of them. You can look up a problem you're having on your phone in this app, and it will give you recommendations. And these recommendations, these are actual recipes that you can make with essential oils. And these recommendations are voted on by other people who also are using this app. So this is a user-driven app. So these are actual real people that are using these products and are giving their opinion of, hey, it worked for me or it doesn't work for me. So that we can see, we can pick recipes and things that have been kind of proven, that have been proven to work for us. So like if you look at, this is a recipe for, what is this? This is for inhalation for kind of postnasal drip, maybe temporary sore throats and stuff. And there are some of the oils that they have recommended. Okay, and those are some of the oils that they have recommended. I know it's backwards when it's on the screen, but it kind of gives you an idea. So you can look up those on this app. And so if you're on a team already for doTERRA, make sure your team leader gets you that app. It's something that I give away to my team. So if you are making you get that, and if you are interested in oils and you're not associated with any doTERRA at all, but you just want to learn, let me know and I'll get you this app so that you can learn first. We don't want people to join and stuff until they learn the product and really want to use it and want to save money using it, right? So just let me know after this if you want that. So some of the things we've got going on right now. So today is March 31st, and doTERRA runs different specials throughout the year, and each month they have different specials. So this is the special they're running this month. They're doing 20% off of their large kits, and for Canada only, they're doing 10% off the small kit this month. It ends today. Last time they did it was 18 months ago, so it's not very often. This is something special. I believe they're doing it because of the world situation right now, help people get oils into their home and into their bodies. I'm guessing that's why they're doing it. So I'm going to put up some of the kits here. This is the US kit, the Healthy Start kit. It is not on sale. That's our small kit. But in Canada, the same kit is on sale. It's normally 205 Canadian. It is on sale for 185 Canadian right now through the end of today. Then we have 20% off larger kits. So the larger kits we've got on sale is the Healthy Essentials kit in the US. Is on sale now for $199.20. That comes with 10 of the oils that I told you about today and the diffuser. So that's a really good deal. And that's definitely a better value if you look at that compared to the other kit, which was what, $40, less than $40 less, but had all small bottles. So I don't know why anybody would get that kit when this is an option and it's on sale. So obviously this is a much better value. So if you like to shop value, it's definitely the way to go. If you are in Canada, you can get the Home Essentials kit, which is normally $330 Canadian, and it is on sale for $264 Canadian right now through the end of today. And that again comes with those 10 big bottles of oil and the diffuser. And then there's some larger kits if you are looking at redoing your whole home and getting rid of toxins in your home. So you want to reduce your toxic load, you want your body to be healthy. You can see that there's these other kits on sale, both in Canada and in the US, various kits, and I can certainly send these off to you if you're interested in those. So when you buy a kit with doTERRA, the reason people join doTERRA and buy these kits is because when you buy a kit with doTERRA, you get a membership, and that membership means that you can buy wholesale whenever you want. It's like Costco. You don't have to buy, you never have to buy again ever if you don't want to, but you can buy whenever you like. I want to share the kits with you. Let me show you really quick. Do you guys want to see the kits? How many of you guys can actually see the screen? Can you guys see the screen? I think most of you guys are on your computer, right? If you're on the phone, hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to share, do you want me to share the kits with you real quick? I'll show you what they look like. This is the Simple Solutions kit. This is Canadian, and that one is 182. It comes with the 4 oils and the deep blue rub. I'm going to run through these really quick as options because you can certainly reach out to me if you have more questions about them. There's the Healthy Start kit in the US at 160 US dollars. The Healthy Essentials kit in the US on sale for $199.20 today only, as it's just ending. The Canadian basic kit is, where is that one? Oh, it was right there. There it is. Okay. So this one is on sale for $185. That's the Healthy Start kit in Canada. That's the basics. However, since that one is on sale for just $264, much better value because these are the larger bottles. And then we have different kits that have a lot of the household products in it, both in Canada and in the US, all on sale at this time. So let me know if you're interested in any of those. Give me a second, my computer's being a little bit slow. Okay, then because you came to this event, if you do decide to join doTERRA in the next few days, I have 3 days for you to do this in, but if you decide to join in the next 3 days, because I'm in Diamond Club, you get a bonus when you buy. So if you're doing one of those kits, you would get a free Citrus Bliss essential oil. If you decided to do a larger kit, you would get a Citrus Bliss and a free Adaptive oil simply because I'm in Diamond Club. Then you get me, and you get everything that I am resourced with. A lot of that I share freely anyway, but I do have some extra things that I do share with you if you do decide to join doTERRA. So again, you know, this is this is a format I just wanted to teach. If you guys are interested in joining doTERRA, I'm not going to shove it down your throats or anything. Just contact me and let me know, hey, I'd like to know more about it. I'd like to know more about the oils, or I want to learn more in the meantime while I'm thinking about doTERRA. I'd like to, you know, learn more about oils. I'd like to learn more how to use them, or I'd like to, you know, chat with you on the phone for a while. Whatever you want to do, just let me know. Okay. So any questions before I let you go? This is your time to ask me questions and talk to me. The recipe, sure, I'll put the recipe back up there. Let me go find that again real quick here. And remember, it's the alcohol portion that our governments are telling us, hey, that's the important part. We need to get that alcohol in our recipe for our hand, to call it hand sanitizer. But again, the recipe is also good for cleaning your hands and everything, and it is right here. Here's the recipe. You want to take a screenshot of that, or if you want it, I can also just copy and paste it to your email. So if anybody wants me to email them this, I actually got this. This came from doTERRA. If you go to, if you did a Google search for doTERRA hand sanitizer, DIY hand sanitizer, you would come up with this blog. This blog was featured on doTERRA quite some time ago. Let me see if I can, I'm trying to get it to share so you guys can see it. There we go. It's just been slow. Okay, there it is. Okay, you see the recipe now? So go ahead and copy it or screenshot it if you'd like, whatever. And if you know, if you still want it and you don't want to copy it right now, again, just ask me. I'll email it over to you. And it is also on doTERRA's site. Okay? You're welcome. Okay, any other questions? I want you to feel comfortable asking me questions. If you already are with doTERRA, you know, you can reach out to your leader with more questions as well. And if you need any of my information, any of the things that I have for resources, let me know. All of us who are really involved in this as a business, like for me, this is my full-time job. I quit law school to go to do doTERRA, and I enjoy this so much more. I don't like lawyers; they're very mean. So I really like the people I work with at doTERRA, and I'm happy I made that switch. And this is a full-time job for me. So I love teaching, I love sharing, and I've always liked the health and natural industry. So this makes sense for me. And I want to, you know, find answers for you guys. I love searching for solutions. I've done it myself. I've looked up medicines even to find out what are the natural alternatives to a specific medicine that might need or somebody might need. And then I can tell them this is the essential oil that is the closest to that medicine. Check with your doctor and see if this is something you can use, because that's always an option, right? Is there anything else from you guys? You guys are all still here, but you're not talking to me. I'm just a person, so you can talk to me. Just unmute yourself. If you're having trouble unmuting yourself, it's the bottom left-hand corner. It should be a little microphone with a red line through it. If you click it, that will unmute you. Donita, you're unmuted now. Did you have questions? Donita?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for this. And if we want the membership, how much is it now?
Are you in Canada or US?
Canada.
Canada. Okay, so the least expensive membership is the one that's $185 right now. Today's the last day for that sale. That's the Healthy Start Kit. But the best value is the one for $264, which is the larger bottles and the big diffuser. If you want, I can, if you give me your email, I can email over, you know, pictures of those kits to you if you'd like.
Yeah, my email is jhodaj@hotmail.com.
Okay, I've emailed you before then. Okay, good. I
Yeah,
will,
yeah.
right when we finish this, I'll send you over pictures of the kits that are available today that are ending today.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have any questions? Heather.
Hi, I'm trying to remember the name of something you had mentioned. It's the one with the 3 bottles in it. And you said you start taking it and your energy was better. And
Yeah, it's the
everything.
Lifelong Vitality Pack,
Okay.
and that's available in both Canada and US warehouses.
Okay. And how much is that one in Canada?
In Canada, let's see, in the US it's 80, and if I remember correctly, in Canada, I think it's like 95. Canada's a little
Okay.
bit cheaper prices to help make up for that whole dollar exchange rate.
Right.
And
Is that a 30-day supply or
it's a
how long will
30-day
that last?
supply for, yeah, for heavier people. So like for me, I only weigh 105 pounds. So I take, I'm supposed to take 2 of each. So if you are between, if you're up to 120 pounds, you're supposed to take 2 of each, which makes it a 60-day supply for me. If you are between 120 and 150 pounds, you should take 3 of each, making it a 45-day supply. And if you're over 150 pounds, you should be taking all 4 of each, making it a 30-day supply.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And
Anybody
also, I
else?
wanted to say that I really enjoyed this. Thank you very
Good,
much.
I'm
for doing
glad. I
this.
hope it was informative. You know, we want to help people, you know, with the different options that they have. I will tell you that Lifelong Vitality Pack, absolutely amazing. I am very pleased with it.